Glad to have you with us from First Bank Stadium in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the LSU Tigers and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. They cannot take this team lightly. Just because they're outside the top 25 doesn't mean they aren't a quality opponent. He has been preaching all week just how good they are, particularly up front, making sure his team is locked in and does their job on the road. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Commodores will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The LSU Tigers offense will come out first. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. It's McCray. Finds his target down the middle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Hey, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. They didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Gets it to the back. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback keep, and he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Got his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Commodores will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The throw to the outside is complete. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Morris. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's McCray. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. First and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly. Touchdown, LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his third receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And the score comes. Five-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. Tough to make a living as an offense converting on 3rd and 10, but they'll try it here. Looking downfield, it's McCray. Quarterback now breaking the field. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And I actually thought the defense had the right coverage there. That's really good offense, like really good timing between QB and tight end. You got a middle of the field safety. You got those guys underneath. The defense has to see the ball, break on it, but sometimes they're just too good of a duo.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Working that left side. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Commodores. Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great...
Finding some room. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Great job by the back on the option.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Harry. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop.
Snags it, and there's running room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out in the flat. Could not make his way to the corner.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
From the gun, running back on the move. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Quick shovel pass. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Commodores are rolling down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Fitted in the window for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. you want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To throw, it's McCray. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. LSU quick to the line.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Here comes the option. The give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for the score. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Handoff to the lone back. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the 1st half. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. The give to the tailback. They'll stop him short of the 1st down. It brings up 4th, but the defense doesn't have any timeouts and can't stop the clock. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. The Commodores line up to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field it close to the 50. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 13 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Huskers keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the 2nd half. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the American Conference. Now back to your game in Nashville. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
I caught up with the Commodores head coach at halftime. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Caught. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, and this is...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it, they're on the move. Takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Oh, and that is a backbreaker for the offense. You're trying to drive down the field here in the second half to keep this thing close, and you cough it up. And not just that, David, it's a defensive touchdown now, starting to blow this game open.
So starting to get some separation, and here's the thing about this defense, man. It's one thing to create turnovers and to create extra possessions. This is another thing to know what to do with it when you get it. And they scoop it, had a plan, look at them run it all the way to the house and add to their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. Out of the gun, the inside give. There he goes. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Tigers sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Back to throw, it's McCray. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Makes the grab in their space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Going with the counter play here. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Loss on 1st down increased the degree of difficulty. 2nd and goal from the 8. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
On the option, he'll pitch it. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
On to attempt the try. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They marched 72 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Looking to fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past, that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to try to get... Oh, he's got some space. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On the option. Now the pitch. And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. It's Shabera. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
Flag 14! Flag 14!
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. 2nd down now after the sack. Back to throw, it's McCray. Fires to the right. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one deep down the right side. Makes the grab deep. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Rushes on him. Got rid of it just in time. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Good. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Everett. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Quick release on the RPO. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
The Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Wants to bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's McCray. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying to move them on the counter. Maybe some room here. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, here's Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And this one splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Number 8, set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the give to the back. It's a runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And the Commodores are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a chance. Fights off a defender.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Gets the first himself. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Handoff to the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
This is